Are you also getting pain in the forearms and wrist after your planche attempts? Well, here's 4 tips I can give you to solve this problem. The first tip I want to give you is regarding wrist placement. If you're only training on floor, one thing I really recommend is to tilt the hands outwards. The more you tilt, the less pressure it's actually going to be on the wrist. So just tilting outward is going to make a huge difference, and you can even go all the way to supinated. However, have in mind that this will make the hold harder, put more strain on the straight arm strength, but it is minimizing the pressure on the wrist. So if this is where you're having pain, this will help you out a lot. So you can start here, but if you're still feeling the pain, you can switch up all the way to supinated grip. My second tip is to use a set of P-bars. When we're training on P-bars, our wrist is in a natural position, which means that I have access to move in all directions, putting way less strain onto it. So this grip, super helpful for planche training. And if you still are getting some pain in the wrist from using P-bars, the same concept applies as with the floor. If we were to tilt outward the P-bars, this would put less strain here. So if you have a bit more problems with wrist, you could try the setup when you twist the pallets more outwards. And the exaggerated way is going to be to go all supinated, but once again, more strain on the straight arm strength. Now that we solved the wrist pain problem, let's move on to the second one, which is the forearms. We've all been there where we hold the planche and then we let go and just feel the strain coming up the forearm. And trust me, this is a common thing, but there are a few things we can do. I will start off with the most basic one and then move to more advanced and let's say hidden gems that might not be so obvious. But the first one is going to be warm up, and this includes activations of the forearm, getting good blood flow, and then also some dynamic stretching. So I'll show you both. One that I can really recommend is using a resistance band. So you can fasten it any way you want. Now I'll just showcase it here so we're in the screen, but it's to warm up the wrist. So activate in all directions. We have this way, we have the upward direction. Of course, take a resistance band that is suitable for you, and then this way, and a resistance band will help in basically all of these dimensions. Do around 15 to 20 reps all direction, and then you should be pretty good for that wrist. After that, you can move on to some dynamic stretching, and this is going to be you moving around. So we're not going to stand still holding, we're going to constantly move. You can be in different positions, forward, backward, supinated grip. Do this for about 1 to 2 minutes, and then you should be all good to go. Now let's move on to a hidden gem that is truly useful for planche training and reducing the forearm pain, and that is to let go slowly. One reason to the pain is because you're coming from a insanely high intensity level to basically zero, and the contrast between there is massive. So if I'm doing my hold and this is full pressure and then I just let go fast, it's going to be from going from 100 to 0 in basically 0 seconds. And therefore, you are going to feel a lot. However, if you let go slowly, and what I mean by this is you're in your hold, and then when you're close to failure and you can't hold more, you'll come down and then slowly let go of the bar, slowly open up. It's a way more smooth transition from your high intensity to low intensity, and this definitely helps out with the pain. And my last tip before telling you some motivating words is going to be intensity adjustments. And what I mean by this is that if you're in a position for let's say 3 seconds, that's what you can hold your current progression in, that is insanely high intensity for a really short period of time. And that is also going to increase your pain. You're putting tons of strain onto your body. And one way to adjust that is to change the progression or add a resistance band. And I will show the progression one. I can't fasten a band right here, but I will tell you the principle with the resistance band as well. So let's say I'm on straddle planche progression and I can hold this for 3 seconds and then let's go. That is insane pressure for a short period of time. If that is the case, it is a smarter option to use a band around your waist to get some extra help and bump those seconds up to about 8 to 10 seconds. And when you're in that rep range, you also have more margin to have reps in reserve. So you don't need to go fully to failure if that's the case. You can save 1 to 2 seconds and thereby also putting less strain on the body, lowering the intensity. But if you don't have access to resistance band or a way to fasten the band, like I'm having now, then you can change the progression. So let's say I'm on straddle, but I can do about 10 seconds of the advanced tuck. Then I will do that one instead, or in combination with straddle and a resistance band. So for the advanced tuck, I might be able to hold it for about 10 seconds, and this is putting less strain onto my body. I'm more comfortable here. And I can save, so I know that, all right, I have about 2 seconds left, but I will save that and thereby reduce the overall intensity. And that is also gonna lower your forearm pain. So if you now do all of the things I mentioned, good warm up, that's the key thing. And then you're also letting go of the bar slowly, no matter what the intensity you're training. Always let go slowly of the bar to make the contrast between high intensity and resting as smooth as possible. And then the last thing, adjust the intensity so it's not full on all the time, having a little bit more in reserve and reducing the intensity slightly, just so you're not maxing out all the time. If you do this, the pain in your forearm and wrist from the other tips as well are gonna be reduced. And my motivation now as well is that if you do train, continue to do these things, the pain will eventually fade away. It's really common in the beginning when you train to get these sort of effects, but as you get stronger, the pain will also get lowered. I hope this video helped you out with your forearm pain and that you can continue to crush it in the planche workouts. And if you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like and subscribe. It supports the channels and it guarantees that you don't miss any videos just like this one. See you in the next one. Choo choo!